Dun, da, da, da. All right, well, welcome everybody. Welcome once again to Astronomy Daily Live. A little late. I was out taking some calibration data, and I do the sunset flats. So I have to wait until sunset, to do those kinds of things. And it takes about 25 minutes or so, to do that. So got those all done, all set to go. It is clear here. There was a patch of clouds that moved through.
Hey, why am I getting this crazy feedback?
Late this afternoon. I don't know. I bet
it's Bobby's fault.
And ladies and gentlemen, that what you just saw, it's a lovely and talented Atta Linta.
So, hey there, Atta. On the panel for the first time.
Bobby, and
hey.
Yep.
Terrible. This is terrible.
So how's the sound? Is it bad?
Well, it's like I'm hearing what everybody's saying. It's kind of bad.
Well,
that's kind of a bit more, eh?
Yeah, and push some buttons and see what happens. You probably have a lot of buttons there.
I don't know. I do.
Do you have a YouTube running? Do you have the live stream running on a YouTube window? That might be causing
if you got a YouTube window running, chances are you might want to close that and then keep your Hangouts open. Mm-hmm. And then what I would do if you have a phone like mine, put it on the YouTube, and I would lower the volume on it.
Oh, she bopped herself off, but she'll come back. Yeah. So yeah. For the first time, Atta is on the panel. Yay! Yeah, and these kinds of things when they're new.
Yeah.
You got to jump onto a learning curve, and so that's exactly what she's on now. It's just a learning curve.
And also if you're watching it, if you could go to the Chrome or Chromium web store and get the Google Hangouts extension, you could just jump back right in without needing a link.
Cool. Yeah. So she'll hopefully be able to pop back on, because she's got a pretty exciting announcement to make about her local observatory there, which sounds really, really cool. So yeah, we're just going to hang for a little while here. It's probably going to be a little shorter than normal because it's getting dark, and when it starts to get dark, I start chomping at the bit in terms of photons. So yeah. All right. Well, let me see who is here.
Yeah. Atta, when you come back on, mute the YouTube live stream and pop up the chat, and maybe that'll be better that way. There she is.
There you go. How's that? Any better? Yeah.
You mute the mic.
No, you want to mute the YouTube stream. And
where's that on this screen?
Okay.
That might not be.
Okay, go to your YouTube window and just mouse over the player, and there should be a mute button.
Yeah, so it's not going to be on that screen. It's going to be on a different screen, I think.
Yeah.
So look around, figure it out. You're on a learning curve, just like the rest of us was. So no worries.
Yeah.
No worries. Yeah. So do you have another window popped up anywhere, or is that the only one? Because if you have another one that is running YouTube, that's running the live stream, that's probably where you're going to get a lot of echoes.
Yeah, that's about it and stuff. So you want to go to your
the way
YouTube.
The way the voice is coming through on this, I can't understand anybody.
Oh, it's a little weird. Okay. Yeah, here, I'm going to type something in the chat. And we'll see if we can communicate that way. So what I'm going to say is, Ata, why don't you announce? Why don't you announce the thing you wanted to say, and then we can work on this audio problem later. How about that?
I don't see any of that.
Let's try that.
This is terrible. I'm ruining your whole show.
No. It's impossible to ruin it. Yeah. It's already as low as it can go. So.
Yeah. And Uncle Bill Drone just popped in. The YouTube player has a several second flag from the Hangouts. It will blow your mind if you got the Hangouts and the YouTube playing at the same time.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, we can work out these technical things later, but or just
let's say if she has TeamViewer, I could download TeamViewer and help her out.
Yeah, that is definitely not something that we should probably do here and now, but we can work on this.
Go on with your show.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that they could read about my observatory in here.
Yeah. So what is that? That is Sky and Telescope. So tell us about it.
Yeah. Well, the article will go into a great deal of detail. This was part of a guy named Ryan's dream. He always was interested in astronomy. And, jeez. I'm sorry. I'm hearing these voices. There's a several second lag time between when I'm speaking and when I'm hearing myself.
Yeah.
I'm having a really difficult time with this.
What you should be doing, and here's an easy way that you can do it. Let me see if I can have it. Let's
pull your headphones out.
An easy way that you can do it, Ata, is right click on the tab that says the live stream and click on mute tab and unmute the and then unmute the Hangouts window, and you should be fine. I think Chrome's got that function.
Okay.
Give it a try. That's all we can do is try.
Now, I just clicked on another one of the open tabs. So I see myself on the screen. And you guys are little. You guys are in little boxes.
That one, try to mute that one. Yeah? Yes? No?
Yeah, but this way, I can actually hear myself. I'm not seeing myself in exactly real time.
Right. But you can mute yourself, right? So are you getting the echoes anymore? Are you good? There's a long lag. There's a long lag time there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is better than nothing. So
oh yeah, of course.
I'll go with this.
Go with it. Go with it. Is that
and we might work on the issues and stuff like that, because that's the thing I had when I first joined the panel.
Yeah, yeah. So is that the most recent issue of Sky and Telescope? Let's see if she'll feedback on that.
Wait a minute. Something just happened.
Uh-oh. Something just happened?
Now you're big on the screen and I'm little with Bobby.
Okay.
Oh, now on. Oh.
It should be flipping back and forth.
Yeah.
She's got it.
It is. It's flipping.
Yeah, okay. Excellent. Excellent. Yep. So, all right. Tell us, if you can, a little bit more about the Sky and Telescope article.
Well, the article tells you that my observatory was, wait till I get to Andy's page. Here we go. Al Ryan is the guy whose dream this observatory was, and he finally got it built with the help of a company. Oh, there we go again. There's a lag on my voice versus what I'm saying.
Pull your headphones out.
Yeah, that's your YouTube window. You want to mute. You want to right click on your YouTube tab and click on mute tab.
Yeah, either that or just pull your headphones out.
Right click on my YouTube.
Yeah, and click on mute tab.
And click on mute. Which I did, but...
Okay, now you should be hearing us.
Now I can't even find that. I'm right-clicking on YouTube, and all it tells me is open link in new pad, open link in new window, open link incognito. It doesn't say anything about mute.
Then I thought, I don't even know why they don't implement that on the Macs. But what I'll do is go into that tab and roll my mouse over throughout the player, and there should be a mute button right there.
Just go on with the show. I don't want to mess up the show.
No, that's impossible. It's absolutely impossible to mess up this thing.
Warp factor 1, Captain.
Warp factor 1, Captain.
Oh, that dumb thing again. Yeah, well, I just read the magazine. What can I say?
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes it says stuff when I don't push the button.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, I think I am going to move on.
It says if you can use the M key for mute, maybe that'll be better.
I'll look around this screen while I'm
Yeah. I'm just going to continue, and Atta, you can work out the technical things.
I mean, I can mute my keyboard, but then I don't hear anything.
All right. Well, cool. I'm gonna keep it going here. So yeah, I thought what I would do. This is probably going to be a little bit of a short live stream. So I thought what I would do is show you how I make my Finder charts. I use the Gaia database to do that, and there was one one target that I'm going to sort of have as a backup, just in case my primary ones, I'm not able to find them or anything, and that is the Eskimo Nebula, and that's over in the constellation of Gemini, which is still pretty high up this time of night. So I thought, well, yeah, I think that might be a pretty interesting backup one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen like that. Go to infinity. Yay. And let's see, we'll come up here. So the Eskimo Nebula is also known as NGC 2392. And in order to make my finder chart, what I have to tell Gaia fundamentally is show me a bunch of stars that are centered around a particular location in the sky. So that's why I went to Simbad here. And you can see that...
Now, Cosmic, speaking of finder charts and all that, I just like to have a suggestion that I'd like to give to you, since YouTube wants to do all that crap about you can't do it on the phone anymore.
Oh yeah.
What if you was off to like if you have a swim shop or a trading post Facebook group, or like somewhere that does swim shop and trading post. I was thinking about if you can find either a Windows 10 or a Chromebook or something, and then you could always use that to do your obsession. What's also good about it, the panelists can join around too.
True, very, very true. Let's let me contemplate that a little bit and see what can be done, because yeah, that's sort of a bummer. I guess I sort of understand why YouTube is doing that.
Yeah.
But
now, it's usually better Windows 10 tablets or Windows 10 devices. Because if you're going to get like a Chrome OS device, chances are you're going to have to try to modify it.
Right.
I know how to modify it. I can walk you to it.
All right. Well, at some point we should probably do that. So, all right. Well, cool. Anyway, so here is the right ascension, and here is the declination of that nebula. So it's all I have to do is...
And another thing, if you get yourself a Chromebook, I don't think you do need to modify it, but modify it just in case, because you might be able to do more modified than unmodified.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to grab the right ascension here, and I'm just going to do, let's just do copy and a paste there. And I'm going to grab the declination and do the same thing. Let's do that. Copy and paste. And I like a big radius, like a 2-degree radius.
And we'd like to welcome Guy Lion in the chat.
Hey there. A newcomer. Hey there, Guy Lion. Nice to see you in the chat. So we're doing astronomy here. We're talking astronomy, space, nerdy things. And at the moment, I am preparing a finder chart for my session tonight. I'm going to be possibly looking at this one, which is the Eskimo Nebula. Let's see, NGC 2392. So what I'm doing is I use Gaia, which is a huge database. It's got about 1.9 billion stars in it, and I make my charts from that because it's well, it's new and it's extremely accurate and it works really, really well. So I've typed in the coordinates, and I'm going to look for all the stars that are brighter than 15th magnitude. And I'm also going to show off a couple of other items there. So then what I can do is we can look at the actual query language that's going to go into this thing, and I'm going to change it a little bit like that. So let's go. Let's do a submit query, and we're going to grab this. Sometimes this takes a little bit of time to grab. While I'm at it, I'm going to grab these two numbers, which is the decimal array and DEC. And I'm going to load that. Oh, you know what? I don't need to do that yet. Okay. So this thing is sort of grinding away, finding all the relevant stars that are within a 2-degree radius of these coordinates and a magnitude that is brighter than 15. So there it is. It found 10,248 stars. So I'm going to download that as a comma delimited list. And we're going to do that. So as soon as this is downloaded, we sing a little song. Okay, there we go. So that's done. So now we can come over to this screen, and I'm going to actually move that file to here. So it's called ngc 2392.csv. And I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to remove this first line just because it's text, right? It's not any kind of numbers or anything. So I get rid of that. Now I've got this really, really neat little Perl script that will actually make my entire chart for me. So that's what that is. And what I need are the coordinates here. Copy. And I'm going to paste that in there. I'm going to get rid of the comma. And I think that should do it. So now I've got a bunch of new files, including this little script here, which I'm going to change. You see 2392, is that what I call it? 2392. And 2392 like that. I think that's what it is, 2392. Yeah. So this is just a GNU plot script, and I'm going to be able to do this whole thing just like that. So now let's go over, let's see, where am I going to look here? I guess we can look here. It doesn't really matter. Let's see, where am I looking? We want to go, where do we want to go? There it is. Okay.
Now I can hear you very clearly when I mute the, when I click on the mute symbol right underneath the line on the red line on the live stream.
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, I can hear
you as well.
Yes, I can clearly without a lot of
all right,
crap.
All right. We got it good. We got it going now. Tell us about that that article, please.
Well, I can't hear myself. Now, I don't want to interrupt Cosmic. Just go ahead for a moment.
Yeah, you'll work it out. No problem.
Right.
Anyway, so this little Perl script of mine creates this GNU plot list of commands that will actually produce this chart right here. And so this is a big radius, right? From this little red dot all the way out, it's 2 degrees. So this is a 4-degree diameter here. It's absolutely huge. And the little red dot right there is supposedly the location of this nebula. Now, since it's not a star, it's not going to show up. But when I get out under the sky and I'm looking for this guy, I should be able to see that. So yeah, that's about as easy as it gets. So these stars, as I said, they go down to about 15th magnitude. So the smallest ones on here, these little tiny little things, are 15th magnitude. There's going to be a nice bright star here, which is nice. So yeah, we'll see how that all goes. I just wanted to show you how I make those. It's pretty easy. A lot of this is scripted and sort of I just sort of have to run this mindless script, and it'll produce these fantastic charts, which I'll then use to find this thing. My telescope pointing isn't all that great. It could actually pretty much be anywhere here, and so I use the charts to locate where I am, and then very, very carefully slew the telescope around to point to exactly where I want it to point, which is right there. So yeah, we'll see how all that goes. So all right. Well, that task is done. I've got about, and I mean, I'm not going to rush this in any way, but my astronomical twilight ends, I think, about 7 minutes after the hour, something like that. So, but there's absolutely no rush in terms of any of that. Gaia is a great resource to have. There's so much information that has been extracted from these stars. It's absolutely amazing. With all the info that's there, and we've looked at a little bit of that already, so I'm not gonna dive into that too much today. So, but yeah, so hope everybody's doing well. I need to check the chat really quick, make sure.
It's the Russian invasion for Patrick Mini.
Is it? It is. It's always Chelyabinsk. That's great. For some reason, I don't think that Patrick is there. I just don't think he is.
Oh, Patrick's there.
Yeah, Patrick's there. So Atta, are you hearing us better? Are you?
I'm hearing everybody else just fine. The little picture of me, I don't think matches what I'm actually saying, but
okay, all right,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah. Patrick, there he is. Okay.
There he is. Patrick is in the house, speaking Russian though. He's all the way over in Chelyabinsk apparently. So that's great. That's
oh my
great.
God.
Okay, so Tom Dan Scar posted this day in history. In 2001, the Mars Odyssey launched from Cape Canaveral on the Delta II. Orbital insertion occurred in October 24th of the same year. Its GRS instrument, which is also a gamma ray spectrometer, has detected large amounts of hydrogen, indicating that there must be ice below the planet's surface.
Yeah, yeah. Mars Odyssey is that spacecraft still operational, or is it done? Okay. Tom says it's got enough fuel until 2025. So nice, nice. Yeah, I know that they were using both Odyssey and the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter.
It's kind of like a bit sucks. We're not going to get anything from Insight anymore because those Marco sats are done.
Well, Marco did their job extremely well, extremely well. And yeah, I haven't heard a lot of news from Insight. The last thing I heard was that one of the experiments that they had on there was this rod, that they were going to ram into the ground, right? They're going to bang it into the ground and try to get, I don't know, like 5 meters deep or something like that, and measure the temperature, all the way down. And last I heard, I haven't really kept up on this all that much, but last I heard that rod, that they were smashing into the ground, was like stuck or something. So yeah, don't know exactly what's going on with that. That's that's the kind of thing where they probably plan for like the worst, and so I think if they were able to get it down, just a few inches, that's probably good enough. But the deeper they go, the better. So yeah, Atta, you have some kind of very, very cool toy there that I would love to see.
I can't control it. I'm having shut it off.
That's great.
Isn't that those communicators that they had on the original series of Star Trek?
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I just got these things, so I don't know how they work.
No,
I shut them off.
Yeah, that's
I think.
okay.
That's awesome. That's extremely awesome.
I decided I could finally afford the Star Trek collection I've wanted all of my life.
All right. That's nice. Nice. Yeah, Patrick is saying, he's not able to control his toys either. So
Yeah. And I think Tim Robinson, who's usually here, probably got some more problems with his wife and stuff, so he's probably not be anywhere and stuff.
Yeah. Well, like I say, people can pop in here whenever they can or want to. That's part of the fun and part of the casual nature of this whole live stream. Is just,
I'm sure the next time I do this, I'll be much more comfortable with it.
Yes.
And realize that you're just here with us amongst friends. So no worries. No worries at all. So all right, well, made the chart. That was easy enough. Trying to think if there's anything. Like I said, I'm probably going to keep this a little bit short today, but I'm trying to think if there was anything else, at least in the astronomy news. I can't think of anything that I really heard. Like I was saying, the Odyssey spacecraft going around Mars has served really, really well as a what's the term? Sending information back and forth, because the landers themselves, the rovers and stuff, they don't have a lot of power. But
and Patrick just popped in.
Yeah, hey there, Patrick. Nice to see ya. I don't know if you can hear us or not yet, or see us. We're waving. Hello. He's looking a little stoic there. There we go. Hey there, Patrick. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can. We can. Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
And Chuck Nagler just said there's a big sunspot rolling around. So that's real going to put some props up.
There's a big what?
Sunspot, if you check the chat.
Oh, sunspot. Nice. Yeah, that's, well, those kinds of things, they happen, from time to time. And I think, we're moving into a more active time of the cycle now. We've probably bottomed out this time around. So yeah, expect more activity, which definitely includes sunspots. Yeah. So we'll definitely have to take a look at those. Once they pop up a little bit more, we'll go over, to Soho and to SDO and all those, and you know
who like it more if he's still around? Jills.
Active sun means active radio, for sure.
Yep.
Yep, for sure. All right, well, cool. I think trying to think if there was anything else that I necessarily wanted to grab on.
You want to try the announcement again one more time, Alta?
It's okay. I just wanted to cue you all in on Sky and Telescope magazine, the March issue. It has an article about my local observatory, and it's a very good one. I had no idea how new it was. It was only built a couple of years ago. And it was the result of a dream of a guy who had always loved astronomy. And he got the company he worked for to get involved with funding. And, now we're a little more on our own on funding. But outside of that, I think you'll like the article very much.
Nice. Wow. Yeah, so that you're over in Pennsylvania, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I live out in the boonies in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm becoming a real Pennsylvanian now because I'm pronouncing it correctly, Lancaster instead of Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Yeah. Lancaster.
So where are you originally from, Atta?
Originally, I am from a small farm in Ohio. But I spent...
from Ohio. How far from Cleveland or Cincinnati?
It's a little town on the eastern border of Ohio called Sebring, and it's near Canton, Akron, and Massillon. It's just a little place.
Nice.
And where I live now is much more like where I grew up. It's all farming community around here. And we have, for being on the East Coast, we have pretty dark skies. My problem is you can't get through clouds. I mean, all the filters in the world, all the light filters in the world aren't going to help you with clouds.
Not a chance. We got to invent that cloud filter. That's what we need.
Right. But outside of that, you know, I could
Yeah.
live in a worse place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I've been more like a swamp person since the day I was born.
Yeah, you're out down there in the bayous or wherever.
Yeah, Louisiana, the swamp land.
Louisiana, woo!
He just swims everywhere. That's what he does. He just sort of swims everywhere.
You're born on the sand. Hey.
Oh, there's Patrick.
Yep, there he is.
Hi.
Yeah, I'll give you a Coke. Okay. No. Sorry about that.
No worries. No worries. Oh, he's popping in and out. There we go.
Good. Somebody else is having trouble. Makes me feel better.
There's always trouble. Always trouble here.
Yeah, that's what you get when you live where about more people and stuff.
Yep, that's it. That's it. All right. Well, excellent. I'm still trying to think if there's anything that we should sort of cover here. Looking at the chat. Yeah, you know, let's actually go over and take a look at that sunspot. That might be an interesting thing to sort of do to round out the rest of this live stream today. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go over to SDO. SDO is the place. So I'm going to share my screen again. Get over here. And yes, Atta is wearing the official ADL t-shirt.
That's right. I recommend the light grays for guys.
It looks really, really good. It looks really, really good.
The dark blue ones and charcoal ones you sell don't show up the ADL very well.
Huh.
Yeah.
Right.
You and speaking of ADL shirts, you ever found out from that dude that was supposed to make those shirts how much he wants for those shirts?
Oh,
shipping
yeah.
on it?
Yeah, you know, I haven't. I've sort of dropped the ball on that a little bit. So yeah, I need to pick that back up and get on that because yeah, you know, the shirts that my coworker makes looks really, really good. So yeah, I just have to push the button on that. So definitely will. Anyway, so here is the SDO website, and
it looks like it's just coming along too. I can see another sunspot on the other side. I've been looking at the solar props lately.
Yeah,
I have been super busy.
It looks like this spot is just coming around. So what we're looking at here, of course, is the sun at different wavelengths, and these lean towards the ultraviolet. Let me try to see if I can zoom in a little bit here. So these numbers 193. Here, I'm going to back up a little bit. 193, 304, 171. So those are the wavelengths in nanometers. So that's very much towards the ultraviolet. So, you know, these are wavelengths of light, you know, that we can't really see all that well. But of course, you know, these spacecraft can. You know, they're set up that way, you know, with the right kind of sensors and all that. And the solar community has sort of designated certain wavelengths are going to be certain colors. So it's not like, you know, 171 nanometers is yellow and 211 is purple, right? Those are just designations. So we can glance at these and say, ah, it's that one, or, you know. So what these are showing is basically different material that's on the sun. And, you know, we're just looking at the light, you know, that's coming from, you know, these different materials, and seeing what's going on. So let's look at 211 here. 211 shows much of the corona, which is this bright, glowy thing out here. But you can also see that there are some hints of coronal holes. You see where these black things are? You can sort of imagine this purpley stuff here as almost like clouds, sort of, kind of, sort of like that. But you can see that there are some holes, right, where it's really, really dark, and there's some lighter stuff, and then there's this really, really bright stuff. These are the active regions. And so, yeah.
I was looking at I got this little app. It's called Ham Solar. And it's supposed to allow you to find out how good the propagation really is for HF. And it doesn't. Now, according to this, the sunspot number says is 0, but your solar flux at 76, your A is at 5, and K is at 2.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now, you know, it usually takes a couple of days, a few days, for, you know, what's happening on the sun right now to affect the Earth, right? Because all that stuff has to travel, you know, the entire distance. And, you know, this is actual stuff. It's not light. So, you know, it takes a couple days, you know, to get here. But yeah, you know, this looks like an open area here, part of the corona. So, you know, material that is sort of deep in the interior of the sun is being shot out of these holes, and like this area is, you know, blasting stuff right at us right now. So you know, most likely in a couple of days that K index is probably going to be going up. What'd you say it was now, Bobby? Like 2?
The K is at 2.
Okay, yeah.
I can go on another site and we can check the 3-day forecast.
Okay. Yeah, I sort of expected that. That'll probably go up. So here's a nice zoomed in view of the same thing.
I think it's going to go up according to the 3-day.
Well, what do they know?
So, yeah. So your day 1 is going to be a 2 to 3. Day 2 is going to be a 2, and day 3 is going to be a 2.
Gotcha. Now this region, you know, that's coming in. By the way, the sun, of course, is rotating from left to right, and you know, the sun is kind of one of those weird things in that it takes, I don't remember how it goes. I don't know if it goes, I think it takes longer to go once around at the equator than it does at the poles. I think at the equator it's something like 29 days, and at the poles it's something like 25 days or something like that. Might be the opposite way. I'm not exactly sure. But this looks very, very close, you know, to center, you know, that it's going to be coming around and going pretty close to center. So that'll be a pretty exciting time. I think this SDO, I think SDO
Yeah,
does.
so NOAA and NASA just add a international panel to forecast solar cycle 25. Just to be the preliminary, it's predicted to be between. It's expected to peak between 2023 and 2026.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And this solar spot that sunspot that's going to return is still an active region from another sunspot number.
Nice, nice. Okay, so I think what you're saying is that this sunspot we've actually seen before, and it's gone all the way around and it's coming back. Is that what
That's
you're saying?
Yes.
Cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, at the moment, it's kind of hard to see any extreme detail there. What we can do is we can actually look at the magnetogram, and we can look at the magnetic fields.
I'm not looking forward to this increased activity on the sun coming up. That can be pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, it happens all the time. So
and speaking of it, how you been enjoying your radio, Atta?
Oh, pretty well. It's so cool to be. I have to take it outside to use it, but I just
know about that. But
scanning through channels, listening to all this neat crap. I mean, it's really wild.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the times around here you get all that religious crap and stuff like that. But keep trying. You might really get something real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of guidance online and reading, what people have to say. So
nice.
But this sunspot thing, it really does scare me, because one of these times we're going to get some real heavy duty activity, and that can knock out a lot of electronics. And our society is so dependent on that now.
Yeah, and
I know it happens every 11 years, Uncle Bill. I do.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, it's the likelihood of a major event, directed at us is pretty small.
Thank God.
So but I mean, it's going to happen, and those kinds of things, have taken place many times in the past, and so yeah, it's just it's really just a matter of time, and the only thing that we can really do is try to either harden the infrastructure, or if we know that some major event takes place, we've got a few days to do something about it, turn everything off. I don't know. But yeah, this seems like a pretty nice region. Now, of course, we're looking almost edge on here, so it's kind of hard to see, what exactly the extent is here. But as you can see, there's a polarity. There's a red part and a blue part, and that's usually how these sunspots go. Is that there's a positive part and a negative part, and when you see those two things mixing, that's when you'll get flares and all of that. So yeah, but it looks like it's coming around, and to go from here all the way around, what is going to take a couple of weeks or so. So I think in about a week, then it should be right about in the middle. But it should definitely evolve. Maybe it'll shrink, maybe it'll grow. You never know. Don't have a clue. But otherwise, it's a pretty nice clean clean sun there. Not much activity, at least. So let's see. We can look at a couple more of these. This one is usually pretty nice. You can start seeing, again, here's the corona, but you can start seeing some really amazing structures in there. See, so this is the same sunspot group, but now we're seeing all this stuff being flung up and then crashing back down. Very amazing. It's a pretty busy place, and this is several times the size of the Earth. Just this region here, so big. You don't want to be too close to that, for sure. That's, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, if we don't see, some flares from the sky. If they'll be, directed towards us, who knows? There must be some kind of shenanigans over in the chat. I'm hearing Atta laughing. Yes. Yeah, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. In fact, with the telegraph thing, what you're talking about actually is the Carrington event, which happened like 1870s or so. They were causing fires, and even unplugged, the telegraphs would still work. So that was a pretty exciting event. Anyway, so yeah, the sun goes through this cycle, and looks like maybe it is starting to pick up again. So that's how it goes. So yeah, I also really appreciate the fact, that this is just extremely up to date, right? So this is, the sun as it was 20 minutes ago, which is absolutely amazing. Let's see if there's an updated one. Nope, that's about it. All right. Well, you know what? I'm looking at the time, and it is definitely dark where I am, and so I think I'm gonna get on out of here for today. Patrick, you haven't said anything at all. What's going on over there?
Yeah, he's a little bit unstable as well.
He's a little unstable.
Patrick's unstable. I always knew that.
I always knew that too. Yeah. Well, he's part of a good crowd, so I think we're all a little unstable here. I know I am. All right. Well,
yeah, Patrick's having some technical difficulties with probably with his Google stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. I think I'm going to get here. Live long and prosper. All right. Yes.
Live long and prosper,
everybody. Thanks so much again for coming in. Atta, yay, you made it. You made it. Yeah.
I can do this. I'll do this. I'll be better next time.
Yes. And I'll continue to send the link out to you every single day now.
Well, I'm not here every single day. I got to work, but
that's okay.
I'm a star now.
That's all right. Absolutely. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to get out of here for now. So have a great evening, a great day. Make sure to subscribe. Thumbs up if you so desire. Spread the word. That I think is the most important thing. Let's grow this group a little bit. Find lots and lots of others, who want to come together each and every day and, talk astronomy and space and science and all kinds of nerdy things. And I think for now, I'm going to get out of here. I think it's supposed to be clear here tomorrow as well. So I have to decide if I want to do anything about that or not. It's probably going to be way too tempting to not do something. Starting to contend with the moon a little bit. It's not going to be a problem for a little while. So yeah, there's a possibility. I'd say right now probably a 70% chance that I'll do some kind of observing tomorrow night as well. Probably have to take some calibration data too. So, you know, the schedule might be pretty much exactly the same as it is today. But I will try to keep you posted on all of that. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to get out of here. So peace, cheers, and all that. Live long and prosper for sure. And I will see you on the spin. See you later. Bye.